I hope you all appreciate the winter jacket that I put on Eve. Because we're going to Garlemald, which is like a frozen wasteland, and we're also going to the moon, which is the moon, so it's gonna be fucking cold. So I'm keeping her warm, okay? I'm trying to keep the cat girl warm. Everyone stay warm. The moon doesn't have an atmosphere. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Oh, I am infinitely suffering. What is going on? The music turned off. Oh, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Alright. Cool. Cool, cool. Okay. I ain't complaining. I ain't complaining. I ain't a complainer. I ain't a complainer. Okay, did anything get deleted here? Okay. Looks like all my skills are still here and good. I oughta put new things on my hotbar. Let's see. Oblation reduces damage taken by a party member or self by 10%. Okay. Right here. This is just a it's just a defensive cooldown. Okay. And Shadowbringer. Yeah. Yeah. Shadowbringer. Sorry there. Shadowbringer. Okay, maybe this lock is in kind of like the worst fucking possible place. Guess I'll put this on F6. This is a shitty hotbar, but I guess it'll have to work for now. Oh, okay, everything's the same. Oh my god. Timpani. Okay. Hi, Alphino. Hey, Alphino, how's it been? The next ship to sail. No, we gotta do my feisty little chocobo first. I'm sorry, Alphino, it's gonna have to wait. I need to go talk to my chocobo. He's too feisty. He's too feisty. He's gonna bring about the end of days. Okay, never mind. Alright. Hello, Alphino. What's this? Horse chestnut weapon what? Horse chestnut? Am I gonna get it? Oh, belt's gone. Goodbye, belt. Goodbye forever, belt. Belts are killed. Belts are gone. Belts are dead. Goodbye, belts. Goodbye forever, belts. 515. Wow. He's gonna give me a weapon that's better. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's go. Evangeline, do you have some time to talk? No. No, I don't have time to talk. I have a feisty chocobo. Guys, holy shit, it's been like half a year. Let's take stock of the facts, shall we? The crisis at hand began with the sudden appearance of ominous towers in a multitude of locations throughout the world. Oh, what is this music? What is this music? The TiraLyra's stated purpose is to recreate the final days of eons past, an apocalyptic event that will result in the destruction of all we hold dear. Already have these towers of theirs been the cause of untold suffering. Countless innocents kidnapped and imprisoned, their fate perverted for primal summonings. Yeah, the meat towers. And unless we find a way to deal with the corruptive aura surrounding the spires, we can't even get close enough to rescue anyone. This music. Ooh! Oh, I'm into this. Oh, Soken's like, oh, you like leitmotifs? You like leitmotifs? I'm just gonna dump the leitmotifs on you immediately. Those shielded with the blessing of light seem able to resist being tempered, at least. It's the echo, not the blessing of light. But after what happened to Arnfeld and Fordola, we need to be very, very careful about how we proceed. No, it's okay. I cannot be harmed. Yet, while these threats close to home are of paramount concern, we mustn't lose sight of the situation in Garlemald. It's weird seeing Eve with Makote eyes. She shouldn't have Makote eyes. As you know, the TiraLyra are under the leadership of Fan Daniel and one other delightful fellow, Xenos Yay Galvis. Yay, Galvis! Oh, I'm glad we're doing a recap here. I totally forgot what was happening. To date, he's reclaimed his old body, murdered Emperor Varus, and plunged Garlemald into an even deeper pit of chaos. The capital has probably seen the worst of it. For a good while there, it saw the bloodiest fighting in the War of Succession, but that has since changed in troubling ways. Tell me, Urianger. Aye, during our reconnaissance, the air was not once rent by the barking of cannons or the cries of discord. It was an eerie fog of silence which did blanket that ruined city. That's right, no Discord notifications. Streamer mode was on. The inhabitants appeared to have been tempered, and with nary a word spoken did they labor to transform the palace into a soaring edifice born of nightmares. Oh, I want to go there. They were indeed made thralls. It seems safe to assume that these events, too, were orchestrated by the TiraLyra. An army of primals is awful enough, but in light of recent developments, I fear it is only the prelude to an even greater catastrophe. If you live in Garlemald, congratulations, you now live in Hellworld. We need to devise the means to counter this threat, and quickly, before our allies are overwhelmed. Go away, Graha. We will find a way in Charlayan, I am sure of it. Master Fortunault's comments regarding the final days were curious, to say the least. The forum knows more than it is letting on. Oh, hi, Tataru. We've just received word from Mistress Kryle. She says that arrangements for your visit have been finalized. Oh, it's time to take a boat. It is time for boat. You're to head to Limsa Laminta and board the next ship bound for Charlayan. And on arrival, present yourselves as associates of the students of Baldessian. Come to assist with the Order's restoration. Hey, did those guys get like roared by the story? Didn't they get plot holes? Didn't they just disappear and then we all forgot about that? Stinky boy. The arrangements may be settled, but what of your thoughts? They must race at the prospect of returning home after so long. After being disowned, mind you. I'm eager to see it, of course. Of course. We should set off at once. Eureka's story was about the students of Baldessian? Oh, okay. Well, never mind. I don't care about them then. Then I'll accompany you to the docks. You need at least one person there to wave and cry and wish you a safe journey. Hitaru, you didn't make me any new clothes. I had to get my own. Whoa, that is funky. Whoa! Whoa! The Endwalker quest accept music is funky. Alright. Talimza. Okay, hang on. So there's a new menu here. Always confirm before use. Confirm. Okay, so I have a few Aetherite tickets in my inventory. How many do I have? I have 64. Okay. So, I'm going to use Aetherite tickets for all trips above 500 gil. There we go. That seems good to me. Oh, we're gonna go to Limsa, most confusing city-state. And we're gonna see the new Aetherite, Ethernet map. That's a thing. Oh my god. Oh, Pain. Pain Pecco. Pain Pecco. Yeah, look at that! That's the good shit. Okay, so I want to go to the Arcana skill. Yeah, that's a good addition. I like that. I do like that map. Hello, everyone in the world. Oh, 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 this is enough to like kill my frame rate a little bit. Oh my god. Hey, Estinian, what do you have to say about this fucking crowd? The travel can be tedious, but I don't mind it. 'Tis a rare experience for most Ishgardians. I never thought the day would come when I would be sailing home again. It always seems so very far away. Oh, I can't see anyone. Oh, Tataru, you're drowning. Tataru, you're dying. I might have lived in Master Matoya's cave for a good part of my life, but even for me, the thought of returning to Charlene is quite exciting. I can hardly imagine how it is for the others who lived most of their lives there. Though part of me looks forward to returning home, I've not forgotten that my father stripped us of the privileges of our family name. I hope it doesn't cause troubles with the officials upon our arrival. We're gonna illegally immigrate to Charlene. What a grim reason to bring you to Charlene. Not much to be done about it, I suppose, but I would have liked to give you the grand tour under happier circumstances. Oh, you know what? I should turn off, there we go. I should turn off shout. And I'll turn off, yell. And I'll turn off say. Yeah, okay. Okay. We're gonna stick to that. Just in case. Okay, Tataru, please. Tataru, oh no, Tataru! Please get out of there! Get out of there! Can't breathe! Everyone's here. Yeah, everyone is here. Everyone is here. Which is good because I've already paid for your passage and the fee is non-refundable. The ship for Charlene should be pulling into port soon, so please follow me and have all your luggage close at home. At hand. What luggage? What luggage? I have, a bunch of tickets in my pockets? Hey, this place was a lot more crowded 2 seconds ago.
They've almost finished loading our cargo. We should be ready to depart right on schedule, or so I'm told.
Schedule? Schedule? Thancred. Schedule? Who the fuck says schedule?
Excellent. 'Tis nice to have a smooth beginning to one's journey, at the very least.
It's been so long that I kind of got jump scared by them talking, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh yeah, you talk.
It's funny.
Schedule.
Master Louis Soir came here on a ship very much like this one.
I hope he was on schedule too.
And now, years later, the street urchin he befriended that day is bound for his mentor's homeland. With his mentor's grandchildren, no less.
Oh yeah, and those, we need to schedule those grandchildren some therapy while we're at it.
Aye. 'Tis upon reflection that every twist of time's river and fate's whims are brought into sharp relief.
Oriange, what the fuck does that mean?
Thou hast matured much in the intervening years. Wert thou not caught attempting to relieve Master Louis Soir of his purse scant moments after he made landfall upon this dock?
Maybe.
Oh, really? Now that's a tale I'd like to hear.
I am also here.
Will this be your first visit to Charlene, Sir Estinian?
Okay, is it Charlene or Charlene? Make up your goddamn minds.
Sir Estinian?
Are we strangers newly met? Why this stiff formality?
He's traumatized. Leave him alone.
I, merely meant it as a professional courtesy, since we are now colleagues in an official sense.
Alpha, no, you fucking loser. I'm gonna dunk you into the
I'd rather
ocean.
you dispense with the sirs, especially in private company. Or I'll be forced to respond in kind, little Lord Alphino.
You've made your point, Estinian. Painfully well.
Wow, we're minutes into the expansion and Alphino has already been knocked down 50 pegs. That was quick.
Better.
Well, at least he's getting faster at it. It took all of Heaven's Word.
Are you all right, Tataru? You seem positively distraught.
Distraught? Me? Don't be silly. I think it's lovely that they get to see their homeland.
Tataru, what's your backstory? Where do you come from?
It's just... we're trying to thwart the schemes of an army hellbent on destroying the world.
That's every X-Pac.
And once again, I have to stay behind and worry that this is the last time I'll get to see my friends.
Why aren't you coming with us? No sense worrying about the things we're powerless to change about. Very helpful. I'll bring them back safe and sound. I'll bring them back in at least a few pieces. I'll bring them back from the moon. Oh wow, that is...
Ah, good. You're still here.
Hang on, I gotta show this on stream. Look at Beth's bun boy. Holy shit. This is the most gender image I've ever seen. This is the most gender anything I've ever seen. This is that's adorable. I love you. Got a good bun boy. It's a good bun boy. Okay.
Hori! Coulternay! What brings you all this way?
Hori! How many
We're to
takes
assist
did
the
that
Maelstrom
take?
and the Kobolds with a lunar primal operation, so we thought we'd see you off before heading to the tower.
Okay, Hori.
Flamine and the others wish you all a safe journey and promise that they'll look after things here until you return.
Is that how you say it? Flamine? Okay, alright.
We will too, of course. Aye. We, your fellow Scions of the Seventh Dawn, will do our part to ensure the end of the world won't happen on our watch.
Have you ever done anything? Ever?
We set the sail! All aboard for Charlian!
I still don't know if it's Charlian or Charlayan.
It's time.
Then we must delay no longer. We will contact you the moment we learn aught of value. Wish us luck.
Alright, we're going off to the college island. We are now duty bound.
Have a safe journey! And please, please, be careful.
We're now duty bound to prevent Alphino from joining any frats. I love this boat that moves with no sails down.
Venture forth unto the unknown.
Shut up, Emmett.
A fate beyond the horizon that cannot
Oh, he's talking in the actual game?
Future undefined and in flux.
Why are you talking to me?
In uncertain times, naught but the simplest words of wisdom will suffice.
I didn't super murder for you. I didn't super murder you for you to talk to me.
That which lives is destined to die. Love
Yeah,
leads to loss.
yeah, like you.
Every beginning has an end.
There was a giant hole in your chest. Why are you talking to me?
Treasure every moment, every step of your descent.
But Eve can't swim. Oh, Eve really can't swim.
And there, in the depths where souls and stars rest, find your truth.
Huh? Is there something underwater? Am I taking this too literally? Oh, travel montage. Travel montage. We get a cutscene of Urianger getting violently seasick. Are we in Charlian now? Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Why are we playing answers? Hey, why are we playing answers all of a sudden?
Here. Feel.
Whoa! What the fuck?
Think.
Now Heidelin wants to talk to me too.
The day has barely dawned, my fellow earlier riser.
Don't talk to me, Graha.
Though we're hardly alone in that. Envious of those still sleeping soundly, no doubt.
They're gonna hurt their necks sleeping like that. They're gonna hurt their backs. She kind of looks like Amaryllis. I'm saying words.
Called out to you, you say? I've heard nothing myself.
Hey, do you hear the terrifying singing coming from the sky right now? Just out of curiosity, is that just me?
I dare say the sea air will do you good. Why not join the others on deck? Charlian should be coming into view at any moment.
History has shown us that when Answers plays from the sky, it means we're gonna have a bad day. Get these kids some goddamn pillows, holy shit. Are there no beds on this ship? Oh, I'm really liking this cutscene direction in this game. It's a lot more dynamic than even Shadowbringers already. Oh! Ew! Hey, Venat, quick question. Are you evil? Quick question. Are you evil? Asking for a friend. Are you evil? Just wondering.
My voice yet reaches you. I am glad.
Are you Heidelin's voice?
Hear. Feel. Think.
Yeah, those are the only words you've said to me for like fucking years.
And thus do we meet face to face at last. My warrior of light, guided by the crystal.
Sure took you long enough to say anything. Oh, we got crystal salt. Why now, Heidelin? Oh wait, this is kind of weird.
After your sojourn in the First, I believe you have your answer.
Wait, the reason for you never saying shit to us in all the expansions was that like you were running out of energy, right? You were like totally low on energy. You had to vorm and philia in order to have any energy. So why are you able to just speak in complete sentences to us now?
You have gained an understanding of what I truly am. What Heidelin has always been. A primal.
Oh, okay. We're just leading off with that. Okay, we're just
Zodiac was created to forestall the apocalypse which threatened the ancient world. And I was brought forth to bind him.
Oh, this is awkward.
Yet 7 times now, those who would orchestrate a return to that bygone era have rejoined a shard to the god I had sundered.
You're very tall.
The greater his strength grows, the swifter does mine own diminish. The power to draw your mind into the rift betwixt is no longer mine to wield.
Oh, so you had to come to us instead. So, okay, alright, okay.
Yet though it taxes me sorely, I dare not leave these words unsaid.
Oh yeah, better late than never, huh?
Even bereft of my guidance,
That is a
you and
pretty
your companions
sunrise.
have accepted the burden of this star's troubled past. A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine.
Conjunction, junction. What's your
Wheels
function?
shudder and turn. Conflict looms. Monumental. Which will decide the fate of this world and all life upon it.
I like your mask.
When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
And what promise is that?
Cast your peepers to the fore, folks. Sharlian's just over yonder.
Sorry, Heidelin. Eve just that just went all over her head. Sorry.
I will not keep you further. Your traveler's heart must yearn to behold this unfamiliar land.
This completely went over her head.
We shall meet again, and soon.
Oh, so now you're all talkative. Now you talk to me all the time, huh? Huh? Yeah. You leave me on red for like 3 X packs, and now you want to talk all the time. Okay. You're still happy about your bun boy? That is a good bun boy.
Oh, what a fine morning. Oh, still a bit stiff though.
And a good morning to you too. Taking a look at the island already?
You know, good sea breeze, you know, islands in the distance, the entire the actual manifestation of the mother crystal. We're of course not going to tell anyone about this. Oh, Dahlia, your Switch isn't charging anymore? I'm sure it's your charging cable. We just got to get you a new cable.
Ah, the sleepers have arisen.
I've been standing here for 15 minutes talking to myself. What are you talking
There
about?
she is. Good old Sharlian.
Oh, I see it.
Okay, so we've agreed that it's just Charlene now, right? If anyone says Charlene from now on, I'm gonna call bullshit.
Home. Home at last. Well, maybe not in Father's eyes, but we'll manage on our own, if we must.
You do know you're not alone in this, don't you?
Oh yeah, I'm murdering that guy, by the way.
Indeed. 'Tis as Sir Estinian saith. Forget not the comrades who boarded this ship at your side. I prithee.
He had to add prithee at the end there. His sentence was almost too normal.
Thank you, my friends. We are ever grateful for your steadfast support.
Orianche gets heart palpitations if he sounds like a normie for one sentence.
Upon arrival, we will be disembarking into the heart of Sharlian proper. There is no greater concentration of wisdom in all the world. I am confident that somewhere within that center of knowledge and learning, we will find the answers we seek.
Can I attune to the aetherite? I want to hear what the music is like there. I want to hear if it's the trailer music. Also, I hear that Endwalker theme in the back there. Very quiet, but it's there. Oh, I'm so fucking hype. Oh, man. Moon. Oh, title drop. Endwalker. Oh boy, here we go. Oh boy, here we go. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Sharlian, the solitary
Why are you
island
speaking
nation
to
of the
me?
northern seas. Where under the watchful gaze of
Wow,
Thanagar,
how's
patron
all that
deity of
water coming
scholars,
out there? What's a
academics, or
fountain?
all
What's a
manner of
fountain? I've
knowledge
never
and
seen a fountain
secrets.
before.
Once,
Let me tell
they
you about
deigned
World
to
of
accept
Warcraft.
foreign students into a distant colony maintained in the Dravanian hinterlands.
I'm being a little shit.
How swiftly they abandoned it once the first Garlean boot set hostile foot on Alamegan soil.
And whose fault was that?
So averse to the prosecution of war, these men of wisdom, your would-be allies.
This is looking very similar to, Idleshire. The Northern Empty? Is that the name of the ocean?
I thought they'd never let us off the ship. What's next then? Entry applications?
We'll just fight everyone in the
Hopefully
country.
they find no cause to deny us.
Hasn't Charlian all but severed relations with foreign powers? Those of us without direct ties, myself included, may be refused outright.
In this exciting arc of Endwalker, Evangeline and her companions must fight the TSA.
'Tis true that, as a nation, Charlian only forms trade agreements with a select few neutral countries.
At least, all belts were removed from the game, so they can't make us take those off.
But from a practical standpoint, an island cannot afford to be overly strict with its borders. Especially not if that island's people are wholly devoted to the accumulation of knowledge.
Also, we have violence on our side.
If one submits the proper paperwork, with satisfactory evidence of identity and intent, then foreigners may be granted entry.
Hope you brought your passport.
May.
Eve doesn't have a passport. Eve isn't a citizen of anywhere.
Quite. So let us be absolutely clear on these points before we proceed.
She was born in a fucking Gridanian bayou. She's not going to have a passport.
The immigration officer will ask for your affiliation and your purpose of visit. Considering Charlian's views on intervention, I strongly suggest we avoid any mention of the Scions.
Affiliation, kill.
Kral has laid the groundwork for us to act as associates of the students of Baldessian. And our ostensible reason for being here is to aid in their order's restoration.
Tataru forged a passport for her. Tataru is my favorite felony committer.
Grahatir, it might expedite our progress should an actual student be seen at the head of our little group. Would you mind leading the way?
The best part about Tataru is that she's small, so the cops can't see her, so she can commit as many crimes as she wants.
Of course. The immigration officers were this way, as I recall. Shall we?
We're gonna be coming up with a lot of Eve canon during this X-Pack. I'll be expecting everyone to be taking notes. Especially all of you that are watching this on YouTube right now.
Greetings. We've just arrived and are eager to make our way into the city. Would you be so kind as to process our entry applications?
No, denied. Get out of here. Begone, Catboy.
Certainly. I see by your mark you are an Archon.
I am. Grahatir of the Students of Baldessian at your service. I was assigned to an Eorzean survey team, but have returned to assist with the reformation of my order. My associates here will provide additional support.
How much do you think those fucking neck tattoos hurt to get? Oh, begone, Catboy.
I have paperwork detailing your group and its scheduled arrival for today. And it seems some few of your companions are also Archons. If you'll step forward, we can process those applications first.
Sorry, I don't have the PhD tattoo.
Ishtola rule.
Wait, did she say her name is Ishtola? Book magic.
See how it glows? That list is etherically linked with the citizen registry kept in the main repository.
Oh, that's gonna be awkward.
I've confirmed your status as Archons and amended your travel records accordingly. Welcome home. Now, who do we have here?
Violent cat girl and 2 children. And stinky, stinky man.
Alphino Leveilleur.
And Alize Leveilleur.
Oh, sorry, your dad told us to kill you on sight.
Your applications have also been approved.
Oh, okay.
Having said that, the streets are abuzz with talk of how House Leveilleur's lord disowned his young progeny.
Hey, this isn't professional. This isn't professional. Why are you bringing this up?
And while such personal circumstances constitute no reason to deny you entry, I urge you to avoid exacerbating your present situation. Times are quite troubled enough already.
It's okay. I'll do the exacerbating. I am the one with the exacerbations in this situation.
We shall keep that in mind.
These last 2 are not Sharlayan natives, but you will find their credentials are in order. An application was made in advance.
Uh-huh. It is me, the mess of legal gray area.
Name and occupation?
Oh, man. Oh, boy. Where do we begin? Artisan. Evangeline Void Knife. Adventurer by trade. Definitely not a void scent. Don't worry.
An adventurer. Well, I suppose that is considered a valid calling in your native Eorzea. And it does indeed match the profile provided. You may enter.
I mean, this is realistic. The TSA does in fact suck.
And you, sir?
Estinian Varlino, formerly of the Order of the Knights Dragoon in Ishgard.
Whoa, Varlino?
Formerly, at least. And what, pray tell, is your profession now? Uh-oh. He is between jobs.
If you'll allow me.
Unemployed. Carl, save us before he says something stupid.
My associate is a mercenary, hired for his strength at arms. Surely you are aware of the dangers we often face on our forays into the wilderness.
Look at him. Look how stinky he is. He's a mercenary.
Mistress Baldessian, if you insist on sponsoring his entry, then so be it. But while I appreciate that desperate times call for desperate measures, I find your choice of company concerning. Be advised that even a single misstep may have severe repercussions for your organization.
Oh, we're gonna make so many fucking missteps and there's nothing you can do about it. Oh, we're gonna misstep all over the place.
Company, dear and trusted comrades that they are. But I thank you for your concern.
We're gonna be misstepping out of here like we're avoiding a sandworm. Smug piece of shit. Condescending asshole.
Croyle, it is good to see you.
Oh god, those skyboxes though. Damn, that's nice. The lighting.
Likewise. Long voyage notwithstanding, you will seem none the worse for wear. There is much to discuss, but this is hardly the place. Let's be on our way, shall we?
Oh, that lighting! They really amped up their game for these cutscenes.
Welcome, friends, to Sharlayan.
As your mercenary, I should hope my welcome includes a generous salary.
Oh, I'm gonna love Estinian being around.
Something, Sir Taciturn.
I'm gonna love Estinian being around in this expansion. He is exactly what the Scions needed. What is that fucking axe? Whoa, I just saw a really cool axe for a second there. Also, oh my god, frame rate. Oh hell. Oh Christ. Oh hell. Oh no. Oh, gobbies! Look at the gobbies! These berries are the most tasty fresh. They aren't dangerous, are they? Not at all. Very safe. Safe for uplanders to yummy eat. Gobbies never lie, so let us sell our goody goods. Gobbies. That was the Pajal site? Oh, wait. Oh, wait. How are they taking this quest already then? Well, maybe they took the quest and then switched jobs. I don't know. There is no way anyone is a Reaper level 80 already. That's just like straight up impossible. The music though. Also, I walked right past. I can't see them. She's dying. Cryle is also in danger. Stop giving the quests to the Lullafell. They're in danger. The officers are born bureaucrats and sticklers for detail. In any case, you may relax and take a moment to get your land legs back. Oh, I got a weapon. Well, let's take a look. Hyderium guillotine. Hang on. Oh, wrong thing. There we go. Oh, reduced rates, good. And in comparison, let's see. Yep, that does in fact have more stats. Oh, it's got det instead of 10. As if that fucking matters right now, but I'll take it anyway. There we go. Let me go ahead and retrieve as many materials as I can. Oh, I can get all of them, good. Maybe I should do this outside of the massive crowd. Hey, I don't like that box full of crystals there. That's typically not a good sign. I wonder if we're getting new levels of materia in this X pack. I didn't actually see. Okay. Kiki, don't worry about it. I'm worried. I'm worried. All right, what do we have here? I'm just gonna milk crit. Oh yeah, I just remembered all the numbers are adjusted. I totally forgot about that. All right, that's better. All right, let's take a look at this sword. Wow. For white gear, this looks really cool. Damn. How does this die? It's neat. It's really not Eve style. So, Catboy. That's the Fae model from Shadowbringers? Oh, from Titania, right? Yeah. This is Eve's greatsword. This is Eve's canon greatsword. It's nice. Okay. Alright, Cryle, you have to get out of there. Horse chestnut. Oh man, I thought to launch directly into an explanation of what I've learned and how we might proceed. But this is Evangeline's and Estinian's first time in Charlayan, and for the rest of you, a homecoming that was long overdue. You must have places you wish to visit and people you're dying to see. Therefore, I propose we postpone our agenda so that you all may have sufficient time to recover from your journey and get your bearings in the city. Once you've settled in, we can reconvene at the Baldesian Annex. How does that sound? That's a fine suggestion. We may not be welcome at the Labyrinthos estate as such, but I should like to nose around the neighborhood all the same. Please don't get yourself, like, disowned from life. I'm equally untethered, as it were. There is no particular place that my kin call home. Still, I would not pass up the opportunity to reacquaint myself with the city. Likewise, a quick tour of our old haunts might even yield some useful gossip. What do you think Thancred's major was in? The annex was west of the Aetheryte Plaza, wasn't it? I shall join you there anon. Yes, we'll see you there. I too have places I would be remiss in not visiting forthwith. By thy leave. See you later, Riange. Gonna have to throw any cards at anyone. What of you, Estinian? My services as a guide are yours for the asking. That wouldn't be necessary. Until we reconvene, I prefer to wander as the wind takes me. Alright, have fun, intimidating all of the fucking scholars. Oh, Cryle wants to spend time with Estinian. Well, Raha, would you like to join us then? You've been gone for quite a while, and this would be the perfect way to refresh those dusty old memories of yours. Of course, if you will have me. Raha was Kryle's student, if I remember correctly, right? Come, Evangeline. Charlene awaits. Why can't I go on my own? I don't want to talk to anyone. Eve won't cause any trouble. Eve has never caused any trouble anywhere. After you, my friend, I'm more than content to follow your lead. Huh? Keep him at your side in order to pursue quest objectives. You can leave Grahatia behind by entering a different area. Okay, I'm gonna leave Grahatia behind. Wow, I have a party member. Cryle, I have a party member. Our first step, amusingly enough, will be the last stand. It's a cafe on the west side of the harbor. Cryle is also now accompanying you. Lead your two companions to the last... I have party members! Oh, wow, this is cool. This is really nice. We're exploring! Look at that! We're fucking... Oh, this is nice. I do like this. Okay, I need to hit up that Aetheryte though. You know, if they're so concerned of immigration, how do they deal with people that like got in once but now can just come and go as they please with the Aetheryte? That doesn't seem very secure. Yoink. Nice. Okay. I'll follow their lead for now. Here, let's go get that Ethernet over there. I have party members. Okay. Oh yeah, I can't also G-pose with them. That's the Baldesian Annex. That fountain is really fucking pretty, though. Graham, what are you doing? Hey, why are you up there? Hey, Graham, what the fuck? Hey, whoa. Hey, what are you fucking doing? Graham, down from there? We're gonna get kicked out. Think the TSA wants to see that? What would we do if the TSA sees this? Graham, get down from there. Okay. I see there may still be a few, a few problems. Catboy, get down! He climbed up a tree, as catboys are wont to do. Alright, let's have a conversation point. You need that screenshot? Hang on, I'll send it to you. No. Catboy climbs up a tree. I wonder if we can walk all the way to that statue. Discuss the giant statue. Now that is a sight one could hardly forget, the great statue of Thaliak. As a student of Baldesion, I was usually quartered on the Isle of Val, but I would gaze upon the scholar's wise features every time I returned by ship to the city. Oh. That's one of the 12. Okay. This path leading out towards the sea is known as the Thaliak Stoa, though named for the statue of the scholar, which stands at its end. As you know, the Charlayan people prize the accumulation of wisdom above all else. Thus, when Thaliak was chosen as our patron deity, it was more a matter of pragmatism than belief, an alignment of principles, as it were. Oh, wait. Okay. We may have honored him with a rather impressive sculpture, yes, but our faith is not so restrictive as that of, say, the Ishgardians. Individual Charlayans can, and do, worship the divinities of their choosing. Oh. Interesting. Alright, let's get going. So, can I go all the way out there? Is there anything all the way out there? Scholar. There is indeed a door there. Hold off on that for now. I saw the... There it is, okay. I need to hit up that Ethernet over there. I love the music here. That guitar, that is so nice. I wonder what the nighttime music is like. Oh wait, I've already gotten that one, haven't I? I totally forgotten. I'm just gonna go check again. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there's still a lot more to get. Oh, oh, Charlene is big. Who's making? Oh, my little robot dog is making that sound. Okay, gotcha. All right, see if I can find you here. Cryo. And here we are, the last stand. I may have mentioned this before, but although our research into nutrition and food preparation is quite extensive, the average Charlayan tends to regard seasoning and flavor with a certain indifference. Why does everyone here suck? How can I put this? The food is, it's bland. As encapsulated by our infamous Archon loaf, the prevailing sentiment towards cuisine is dietary value first and taste a distant second. There was one pupil at the studium, however, who could stomach the school's insipid meals no longer, so he quit his lessons and poured all his savings into building a proper eatery. And so the last stand came to be. It is, as the name implies, the sole dedicated outpost of fine dining in Charlayan, the one and only bastion of the culinary arts in an isle of otherwise mediocre fare. Thank fucking Christ. I seem to recall their burger being hailed as one of the most impressive items on the menu. Not that I have ever had the pleasure of eating one myself. Oh fuck, we're going to McDonald's, holy shit. Because you were a typical Charlayan when it came to cheap and convenient, Rahab. But surely Tataru has since taught you how to appreciate a well-prepared dish. We shall stop in when time permits and sample the cafe's delights. Shall we press on? The stairs to the side of the cafe there will take us up to the Aetheryte Plaza. It's Charlayan McDonald's. Oh, this is nice. I can see a lot of people taking RP screenshots here. Can I have a burger? Dick on? Dick on? Can I please have a burger? Dick on? Welcome to the last stand. As the final, and some say only bastion of fine dining in Charlayan, we guaranteed a quality culinary experience found nowhere else in the city. Can I have some food? Perhaps? Snaps? Alright. Fuck you too, Dick on. Okay. Ooh, there's another no, I've gotten that one. The Baldesian Annex. Have I gotten that one? Okay, I need to go check again. Aw, hell. Hi, Neck. Hi, Neck. Hi, Neck. Bye, Neck. Okay. Okay, I have gotten that one. Cool. Back to the plaza. There's no reason for you to be up there. There's no reason for you to be up there. There's zero reason for you to be up there. What are you fucking doing, man? Also, by the way, I'm kind of paranoid that my stream is doing the fucking like voice thing in the VOD again. Hang on. Let me check my VOD very quickly to make sure it's not doing the voice thing in the VOD. Hang on.
It have been finalized. Oh, it's time to take a boat.
Okay, wonderful. My voice is not doing the thing. Okay. Graha, what the fuck are you doing? Hang on, I'm putting this on Twitter. Get the fucking Catboy down! Kyle, control your student. Oh, he's down, okay. Why does he keep doing that? There you go, Kyle. Kyle, what is the meaning of this? An unusual shape, isn't it? I assure you, however, that it's a perfectly functioning aetherite. Remember to attune yourself before you move on. Way ahead of you. Now, being the diligent tour guide that I am, I should make mention of the Confluence, a research facility located on this very plaza. Its much vaunted discoveries are the reason TiraLyra stands at the forefront of teleportation technology. In deciphering the underlying principles of Allegan aetherites, it allowed us to understand and reconstruct what was essentially a lost art. And off we go to our next destination. Our path leads northeast to the Agora, TiraLyra's largest marketplace. Okay, that's new lore. Modern teleportation technology is basically ripped from the Allegans. I don't see any nearby Ethernets. They're all over there. Full plate armoire proprietor? Wait, why are there weapon salespeople in TiraLyra? What the fuck? Holy shit, look at this guy's armor. Okay, thank God it's still not quite as good as mine. 515. 510? Huh. 784. Okay. I guess it's because mine is high quality. What a nice fucking place. Hang on, let's see what the materia vendors have. I want to see if there's new materia. Ah, dendrocluster and anthoclusters. Okay. Oh, wow. Materia 9, materia 10? Holy shit, man. I'm gonna have to do some hunts. So, you know, you're still not logged in? Holy shit. Sucks. Welcome to the Agora, where you can find wares made in TiraLyra, as well as a wide selection of imported goods. They also used to sell questionable prototypes from the various research institutes, but I think that practice has thankfully died out for the most part. Otherwise, I can think of no better place to stock up for your next big adventure. Am I overselling it? Ahem. On a more serious note, the next stop... Wait, did she just make a pun? Oh no, Ryle. Okay, I'm gonna go get those Ethernets real quick. We're gonna take a detour. We're gonna get those Ethernets. I am all the way over here already. I love the random people just walking around in TiraLyra. I mean, you know, the NPCs. That's really nice. Here we go. we just made a little cord there. We made an Ethernet attuning cord. Oh, this is cute. Look at these two. Who are these? My mother told me never to talk to strangers, so I'm ignoring you. See, this is me paying you no mind at all. Yeah, this is definitely where Alphino's from. This is absolutely Alphino's neighborhood. Yeah. Lavalier Estate. I can't wait till we get... Don't you fucking do it. I saw you. I fucking saw you. Don't think I didn't see you. Don't. Stay down, Catboy. Down, Catboy. There we go. Prosper Lane? You already sound like a dick. Prosper Lane. This ain't my fairy. That is so nice. Okay, back to the Nymphaeum. Oh. And then after that, we'll only have one Ethernet left. That was quick. Hang on, how do I actually get up here? Around, okay. This is a nice city. This is a really nice city. And then I'm assuming that, the Thavnarian city. What was it again? Ratat Han? Is that the one? I'm assuming that that city will be our Tombstone city. Yoink. It is so nice to be playing more Final Fantasy XIV again. It's so nice to have new Final Fantasy XIV content. This is good. This is refreshing. I'm not speaking to you, Graha. Do you have shit to say, Graha? What an invigorating breeze. A touch biting, perhaps, but pleasant nonetheless. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure the breeze is really nice while you're floating a mile in the air. The name refers to the original public platform erected here, upon which a forum of elected representatives would deliver orations and debate policy. Although the stage has since evolved into council chambers, the nature of the forum and the duties of its members remain largely unchanged. Am I boring you, Raha? You seem awfully distracted. My apologies. From here, one can see the entire city spread out below. I can't see it. The vista put me in mind of my arrival in the first. Those who had gathered at the Crystal Tower asked me how they might go about building a new home. Naturally, my answers were all inspired by my knowledge of the finest settlement I could think of, the great city of Charlayan. And bit by bit, those few buildings grew into a town. A community, the Crystarium. I can almost see its echo. You know, it's kind of interesting. I hope they do kind of like go into this thought a bit more. Graha is essentially someone out of time. I see. Feel free to come up here whenever you wish. I don't think the counselors would object to you simply enjoying the view. Such memories should be treasured. For now, however, the tour must go on. Our spectacle of sightseeing concludes with the fittingly named Journey's End. Walk down the stairs to the east and continue straight ahead. I don't know who that is. Why is that person on my friends list? I don't know who that is. That is quite the view, though. Alright, let's go grab that last ether, right? Ethernet, rather. Ridge over there. Oh, it's so weird. They cut my HP in half. More than half. It's weird. The Hall of Artifice. Okay, these trees. This is nice. This is just fucking nice. Embarrassing me! Embarrassing me! He's going higher! Higher! Oh, higher! Jesus Christ, man! Wait, where's Cryo? Oh, Cryo's there, okay. Sorry, I couldn't see you behind the floating Catboy. Yoink! Alright, that's the whole network. Yep. Okay. We are going to there. Oh, I'm so happy we have this map now. This is really helpful. Wait, where's the... Oh. Did I go to the wrong place? Oh, wait, I think I left them behind by using the Ethernet. Oh, whoops. I forgot about that. Well, sorry for fucking teleporting. Guess we'll take the long way. Okay. All right, fine. Party built. Party put together. Let's go. Numenon. There's like a six-pack over here. That building is shaped like a six-pack. Alright, we're here on Rich People Island. So glad to be here on Rich People Island. Get those fucking legs moving. We turned on sprint. Move it, Catboy. Just not vertically. We've arrived at Journey's End. History tells us that this was where those who put ashore with Archon Yunkrep built their first homes. In the present day, it serves as the residential district for the most important officials and the oldest Charlayan families. You'll see that one mansion is clearly larger than its neighbors. That estate belongs to our friends from House Levelier. All things considered, we should probably keep our distance for the time being. And with that, we bring our little Charlayan tour to a close. I hope it has proven to be an entertaining and enlightening experience. Now, shall we head directly to the Baldesian Annex? You remember the way, don't you, Raha? Let me think. We head down towards the harbor, cross the bridge to our right, then follow the path below the Aetheryte Plaza? Correct. After you, Evangeline. Okay. So, wait, hang on. This is the Levelier estate? Oh. Is this asshole mansion? Could it be? Hello? I'd like to pay a visit to asshole mansion. Bashal Dare! Yo! I want to get in touch with Bashal Dare. God damn. No wonder Alphino was such a fucking dick at the beginning of the game. Kyle, not you too! Kyle! Kyle! I was counting on you! Kyle! God damn it! Oh my god. Kyle, stop! I am alone in an endless sea of floating Catboys in Lalafell. Why can't I float? Maybe I want to float too. No one ever thought of that, did they? No one asked me if I want to float. Hey. Over there. was that sound? Oh, you know what's an attack I should check? Oh yeah, now I can do that. Oh yeah. Carl, please! As the joyous look on Raha's face has undoubtedly informed you, this is the Baldesian Annex. If you continue up the hill, you arrive on the doorstep of Phenomenon, but I think we've explored enough for one day. We can take you there another time. Inside with you, then. The music is really different in this X-Pack. I'm back, and I've brought Evangeline and Raha with me. Oh, nice jacket. Hey, can we get that? Can we get this glam? That's a nice jacket. Oh, I really like that. Can we have that? Ah, you were right about the ship then. Hello, Graha. It's nice to see you again. And it's a pleasure to finally meet you, Evangeline. I've heard many a tale of your exploits. Ojika? Ojika Sunijika? Oh yeah, it's the naming convention. It has been an age. Allow me to introduce Ojika Sunijika, Administration Officer for the students of Baldesian. He oversees the day-to-day business of the Annex. You may recall meeting his cousin, Ejika? Who is that? Who might that? Oh, Eureka. Oh, sorry, I didn't actually pay attention. Do take care if you have the opportunity to rejoin the expedition. This place is like a second home for the students. The Isle of Val served as our main headquarters, of course, but we often had occasion to visit our Charlayan. Whether to make use of the city's research facilities, attend conferences, or procure supplies from distant shores. And the annex here was built to provide lodgings for our members while we engage in such activities. Ever since our former headquarters, along with the Isle itself, vanished, the annex has served as our base of operations. Yet it feels so empty, with so many lost to us. Our organization is a shell of its former self. I still don't really know what happened. The day will come when we will see the students rise again. Oh. Okay, Beth told me that they kind of like teleported their fucking island. But first we must ensure that the Talafaroi fall. Through that door on the left, there is the main hall where we can discuss our options moving forward. Once everyone arrives, that is, to probably have time to rest before our discussions begin in earnest. I've had private quarters prepared for you in the Andron, so please feel free to make yourself at home. Oh, is this our inn in Charlayan? I have the nap rooms, perfect for an afternoon doze. Oh, I don't mean to give you the wrong impression. The chambers are quite well appointed, far more so than some cheap roadside inn, you may be assured. But simply that we were often so busy with research or exhausted from journeys abroad that we would slip into the Andron just to steal a few winks. And thus they became known amongst the students as nap rooms, even if many such naps may last well into the following morning. Holy shit, there's no, like, work-life balance at all here on this island. Say the word and I'll be happy to show you to your chamber. Hopefully the others won't be too long in coming. I'll wait for you all in the main hall. Hang on, I want to see what the room is like in Charlayan. Let's see it. Everyone is here. Nap time. To the nap room. Oh, wow. Holy shit. This is the nap room? It's, oh, Jesus. Don't put all this shit in the room of Evangeline. She's gonna break all of it. It's nice though. It's cozy. It's a little cozy. Alright, glamour dresser. Okay, neat. Not a bad room. A ladder? Just in case you need a ladder in your nap room. Hello you, welcome to the chat. We're now in instance area Old Charlayan 1. That's right, they brought back instance areas for... Oh. What the fuck is that? Is that Garuda? Whoa. What is that shit up there? Like maps and shit? This is a map of the world. It is very cloudy around Garlemald. Okay. Now what is this here? Oh shit, now I'm floating too. God damn it. God damn it, I've joined their ranks. I have joined their ranks. Oh, now I can't criticize anymore. Okay. Is that like inside the Crystal Tower? Job! 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 This is some really concerning art. Hey, that's the loading screen for, Giovanni, I think? Is that Mew? No, that's the Moogle. Okay, never mind. I thought that was like that drawing of ancient Mew. Interesting. I like this room. Feeling refreshed and alert? Our colleagues should be wandering in soon, so I suggest we stay here and wait for them to join us. Fury anger.
Pray forgive me. I was delayed.
It's fine, Hurry.
Oh, fuck. Ah,
Let's get down to business then, shall we?
I was trying to fucking... I forgot how to turn on auto advance. There it is.
Come what may, we must prevent the Telophoroid's plans from coming to fruition. At present, I see two paths for gathering the information which may aid us in achieving that goal.
Moon!
The first involves an investigation into the change which has come over Charlian, not to mention the recent inscrutable behavior of the Forum.
Moon?
As most of you know, the 99 members of the Forum are elected from the general populace. This alone guarantees a plethora of opinion with regards to foreign policy. The bibliotheques, for example, are a group of conservatives which would have Charlian focus on recording history, while remaining entirely uninvolved in the making of it.
The boring ones.
And at the other extreme, we have advocates for proactive diplomacy and direct intervention. My grandfather Galef was one such member, as was Archon Louisois. Yet despite our diverse factions and philosophies, the recent vote to deny Eorzea's request for assistance was unanimous.
Huh.
Even more concerning was the fact that many cited other, more pressing duties as justification for their recalcitrance.
Fortuno's refusal in Gridania had those same undertones.
Are they being fucking
the face of impending doom,
threatened or blackmailed or something?
Turned away to pursue something more important. But what could that possibly be?
A mystery indeed, and one which I ask for your help to solve. Our future may depend on it.
I'm very interested to find out what the hell these Charlayans are up to.
As for our second potential path, it concerns a request made directly to the students of Baldessian.
Moon. First cat girl on the moon, baby.
Our organization was founded primarily to study strange and unexplained phenomena the world over. mysterious relics and ruins, arcane disturbances, and so forth.
First cat girl on the moon!
Compared to our more isolationist Charlian colleagues, we have strong connections overseas, namely with scholars and academics who share our passion for the unknown. The request in question comes from one such acquaintance, Nidana, an alchemist residing in distant Thavnair.
Well, that's how we're getting there.
Her missive describes the sudden appearance of a tower.
Ah, hell.
And the subsequent summoning of what I can only assume is a lunar primal.
Anima? Anima?
In response to this threat, the satrap of Radzat-Han, the individual who governs the city-state, has instructed the alchemists to find a means to deal with the spire.
What's a fucking alchemist gonna do?
The artisans of that land are heirs to an ancient tradition, one rather unlike that of their Uldan counterparts.
Well, I know where alchemists are going for level 90.
That they have gleaned truths unattainable by Eorzea or her Far Eastern allies.
They do, in fact, appear to have a strategy in mind, though it will require further research. To that end, they have requested an introduction to a capable warrior shielded by the blessing
Tell
of
them
light.
no, I don't. Eve doesn't want to be introduced to anyone.
Assuming we divide our forces to pursue both of Kral's lines of inquiry, then having you join the group heading to Thavnair would seem the obvious choice.
God damn it.
But the investigation in Charlian is of vital importance as well. Equal, I think, to the Thavnairian one, given that the fate of the world may hinge on the results of both.
Yes, it is quite the quandary.
I'll just go by myself, I
Though
guess.
it is a great imposition and an altogether too common one, our efforts would be more likely to succeed were you to lead the charge on both fronts.
How? What do you want me to do in Charlayan? All I can do is fight. Swing sword.
You are indeed our champion. As to which task to tackle first, we will defer to your decision. Let us next decide how everyone else might best be assigned.
Oh, really? I guess it's gonna be like Shadowbringers, where we can decide to go for Alisei or Alphino first.
I should also like to steal the services of an Archon or two.
And thereby gain access to a greater range of reading material. I will help with that.
Allow me to offer my assistance. I have some small amount of experience in the field of research.
Alizé and I would also like to help, if you would have us.
Anything to understand even a fraction of what our father and the Forum might be thinking.
Conspiracies. Moon.
Of course, the more the merrier.
Moon's haunted.
Right. The rest of us will make the journey to Thavnair. Thoughts? Objections?
Complaints.
I passed through Thavnair on my way to infiltrate the Empire, and though I'm not qualified to give a guided tour, I did gain a sense of where things lie.
I'll be happy to have you along then. So for this group, it will be you, me, and Urianger.
Dream team.
Give me a moment afterwards, and I'll supply you with all the details of Nidana's request. Consider this hall our rendezvous point once our respective tasks are complete. May our investigations prove fruitful.
Can I fight something? Maybe I'll do the Charlayan part first if they really do give me an option. Just because, you know, we're already in Charlayan. Oh. God, it's weird getting experience again. I don't suppose... Hang on, let's see. Really? Oh, yeah, it's high quality, so I guess it is better. I like the music here. I like the music very much here. Hit 10. Oh. Oh. Wait, actually, it's not the worst thing in the world. I'll have to see how it dies. It's definitely not Eve, though. Okay, hang on. It's time to retrieve materia. Yeah, I'm not trying to spoil it. If you don't want spoilers, you better not watch. Enjoy Endwalker, you. Yeah. I admire the bravery of people that don't want spoilers for Endwalker, and yet log on to Twitch. Alright, let's see how this dies. Kinda looks nice. Maybe, I just don't like this front part here. Front part's kind of weird. Maybe I'll use it for now. Okay. Did you unlock the Reaper job? I'm not doing that until I finish the MSQ. You think so? It's not even a glam, it's just the armor they gave me. I really like this color here. Okay. Alright! We'll keep it for now. Alphino, what do you have to say about this? If the Forum is intent on concealing its intentions, then a cursory investigation will avail us little, I suspect. We will need to dig deeper, and with the greatest of care. I still don't understand how the vote could be unanimous. What could possibly convince them all to turn their backs on Eorzea? Okay, we got two options here. We're gonna start with Charlayan. Hitting the books. An unsettling change has come over Charlayan, but together we will divine the underlying cause for the Forum's callousness. As I mentioned before, however, questioning the counselors directly is a fruitless endeavor. They seem to have already come to a consensus as to what and how little they are willing to divulge. Which is why I began scouring Charlayan's archive of historical records for any hint of a connection to the final days. Suffice it to say that progress has been slow. There are only so many dusty pages one can skim in a day. But now that I have this band of willing reinforcements, the search should proceed all the swifter. Let us reconvene outside Numenon, shall we? Exit the annex to the right and you'll find the archives on the western edge of the woods. Well, this is kind of awkward that you want Eve's help with this. And I'll tell you why that's awkward. Eve can't read. So I don't know why you want her to lead the charge on this. And Eve's canon, the reason why this is happening at all is because Frey is with her. And Frey can read. Okay. Hitting the books. Slap those books. Eve can do that at least. She can hit books. She can smack the shit out of books. Everyone's got their weapons, like, you know, showing on their backs, but the reason I don't do that is because of terrible hair clipping. I'm not really down with the hair clipping. It's a shame that if you have long hair in this game, you clip with so many things. There's a cutscene over there. My directions were easy enough to follow, I hope. In any case, you stand now before the doors of Numenon, Charlayan's grandest collection of books and tomes. Oh, it's a fucking library. This building is actually only an entrance, and one of many at that, for the archives of Numenon extend deep beneath the surface like the roots of a tree. The vast halls of the Great Gubal Library pale in comparison to Numenon's endless maze of subterranean chambers. That's terrifying. Any citizen of Charlayan is free to enter and peruse its shelves. Well, most of its shelves. Only Archons are afforded access to certain restricted vaults. I've dispatched Ishtola and Raha to investigate those. Meanwhile, Alizé and Alphino will help me continue my search through the stacks open to the general public. Your status presents more of a problem. As a non-citizen, you are only permitted to browse the first floor here at the entrance. Even so, there should be a number of books which touch upon Charlene history or foreign policy. Your task will be to find and study the relevant publications. I promise you, a working knowledge of those subjects will make it far easier to spot the sort of clues we're looking for. Let us be about it, shall we? I've told the others to meet us at the stone benches over there once they found some promising tomes. Happy reading. You are asking the wrong cat girl. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Aw, hell. They have magic bridges. Why do they have magic bridges? Oh, that goes down far, far. Holy shit. Hang on. See. There's indeed a bottom floor down there, I think. Who is that? Damn. This is kind of making the book nerd in me squee. Man, I love book.jpg. That's my favorite book. Book.jpg. Title on the spine reads the story of Charlene. Long, long ago on an island in the northern sea, there lived a Rogadan man by the name of Nyunkrep. Nyunkrep was a student of astrology and it divined that a flood of terrifying proportions would soon sweep over the lands of Eorzea. Soon it was that he built a gigantic ship, assembled a crew, and set sail for that imperiled realm. This is the ship that's stuck in the locks. Or the peaks. One of those. The flood arrived as foretold, and to their horror, the strangely churning waters drove the people toward the ocean. It was there, however, that Nyunkrep's crew hauled them aboard his ark, but the danger had not passed. A towering wave approached, threatening to smash the vessel to pieces. With only moments to spare, Nyunkrep wove a mighty spell of teleportation, and shifted the entire ship to safety atop Abalathia's spine. Refugees from the surrounding regions huddled there alongside them, but it was not long before disputes over the dwindling supply of food led to violence and bloodshed. Saddened by the sight, Nyunkrep gathered to him his crew and his grateful passengers, and abandoned the ark to those reddened peaks. They journeyed to the coast where they built a new ship, intent upon returning to the northern seas. They landed on the beach of an island and settled upon that very spot. That settlement prospered and grew, and in time it became the city of Charlene we live in to this day. I can see where their insistence on non-violence comes from. Roads of Old Colony. Many years ago, on the banks of the Thaliak in the Dravanian hinterlands, a Charlene colony once thrived. It's Idleshire. The settlement was originally established as a mere outpost to study the ethereal sea in the year 1311 of the 6th Astral Era. Scholars dispatched to Eorzea found the facilities wanting, and their demands encouraged a gradual expansion in structures and services. As rumors spread of a growing community of academics, the area was further inundated with Eorzean students hoping to share in the renowned wisdom of the Charlanes. 50 years later, the Forum passed a motion to recognize what had become a flourishing town as an official Charlane colony. Eorzean residents took to calling the colony itself Charlane, which led to no small amount of confusion. Discussions turned to the subject of the motherland. In response, some Charlane inhabitants, if pressed for a name, would simply refer to it as Emporium. Following the Great Exodus, however, goblins and treasure hunters claimed for themselves a corner of the abandoned colony and gave it yet another name, Idleshire. I wonder where that name came from. Reference page? We apologize for the inconvenience, but the reference desk is currently experiencing an unusually high volume of requests. Please stand by until this issue is resolved. Good mammoth. I really really like this acoustic guitar soundtrack. This is so nice. In the years which followed the founding of Charlayan, civic policy and other matters of import were decided at the Ecclesia, a public forum at which every citizen was eligible to speak. As the city's population grew, however, this format became increasingly impractical. The large number of participants gave rise to ever longer debates, resulting in significant delays of vital resolutions. Various measures were introduced in an attempt to curtail protracted discussions, but in the year 201 of the 6th Astral Era, it was ultimately decreed that Charlayan would transition to a new form of governance. The nation would now be led by a body of 99 members, citizens chosen from amongst their peers by means of a nationwide vote. Thus was the forum as we know it today conceived and created. Oh, they invented Congress. An introduction to the heavens. This probably isn't relevant. Have you ever gazed at the skies above and contemplated the mysteries contained therein? I speak not of shifting cloud patterns, but of the vastness beyond, of the sun and the twinkling tapestry of the night. Some think the dome above us to be a finite space, yet amongst the leading thinkers of our age, one scholar's depiction of a boundless sea of stars has firmly taken root. Oh, this is astrologians, isn't it? Alas, this heavenly sea remains an unreachable, unknowable destination. For now. There are few indeed who can explain in satisfactory detail why our own star is believed to revolve around the sun. It was the technologists of Alag who came closest to understanding the laws which govern that starry abyss. It was they who launched Dalamud and sought to expand beyond our earthbound existence. Having read of their ancient ambitions, I wonder, has your interest in this field of study waxed or waned? What if I were to tell you that the eternal constellations were arranged differently in the distant past? That their positions continue to shift almost imperceptibly, but measurably, as we journey into the future? Would it shock you to learn that the stars drift further and further apart, and may indeed do so forever? Are you eager to learn more? That is indeed the universe infinitely expanding. Forever 20 summers. My beloved seekers of knowledge, have you ever put learning before your health and neglected to feed and rest your body as you should? I too once engaged in such foolish practices, but one night engrossed in philosophical study I had an epiphany. For all the world's mysteries that drive us to reckless abandon, we have so very few years of life in which to achieve our goals. Thus do I share with you in this mantra, I am forever 20 summers young. The number itself is unimportant. You could be 19 or 23 or 40. Whatever age you are when you discover this manual, let that be the age you aspire to remain. Through mindful, healthy living, will you extend the time available to spend upon your chosen research. Another day, another moon, another summer to grasp the greater truth to pursue. In the pages that follow, we will explore the secrets of maintaining one's physical condition from a biological, etherological, and arcane viewpoint. Okay. How to take care of yourself, you fucking dumb academics. Take a goddamn shower. Stewards of wisdom. During the chaos of the 6th Umbral Calamity, Archon Yunkrep, founder of Charlayan, bore witness to the madness and savagery of men brought to the brink of despair. Upon raising a settlement on an island in the northern empty, he instructed his people thus: renounce the ways of war and pursue enlightenment through knowledge and reason. And thus did he found r/atheism. The Charlayans took to heart the words of their savior and thenceforth served as stewards of wisdom. Upon a foundation of accumulated learning, they built a homeland unlike any other, a nation born from strength of minds rather than strength of arms. With knowledge of economics came shrewd trading. With knowledge of agriculture came bountiful crops. Engineering brought wells and sewers, ending squabbles over water. Wealth of expertise could be bartered for wealth and coin, and the more their wisdom spread throughout the world, the more mankind as a whole would thrive. And so it was that no matter the trials and tribulations of the age, the citizens of Charlayan would live by their founder's teachings. For the sake of a better tomorrow, for the sake of a brighter star, They would eschew the tools of war and with knowledge deliver the world. Which is why there's a guy selling swords in the harbor. Yeah, that's why. Sorry, I was taking a drink. You have gained a fundamental understanding of Charlayan history and the foundation of the Forum. Head outside to the rendezvous point and await your companions. Alright, that's it. We did our reading for this expansion. We have studied. This is gonna be on the test, everyone. It is time for the gazebo. I love X-Pac Day. Sorry, were you waiting long? I wanted to make sure I'd borrowed at least a few promising volumes. Alphino and Kryl should also be along shortly. I was delayed in similar fashion. As far as I could see, no titles in the Archon stacks mentioned the final day specifically, so we have no choice but to start with the tangentially relevant tomes, if they are even that. At present, the plan is to skim through as quickly as we dare and share our discoveries as we make them. It would have been nice to invite everyone to the estate, plenty of comfortable places to read, and a ready supply of hot tea. No, I was always quite fond of reading outside, but it's not about the little pleasures, is it? You miss your home. It's been difficult. After our arrival, we managed to speak with one of the family servants and ask how things were. It seems our dear father has instructed the staff that even if Alphino and I were to return to Charlayan, we were not to be allowed across the threshold. Holy shit, man! Determined to be worst father of the year. Jesus. A harsh measure indeed. I hope that our efforts to understand his position and that of the Forum will perhaps lead to a reconciliation. We'll mend this rift one day, I'm certain of it. And what of you, Graha? Have you been to visit your family, or do they not live here in the city? Ah, well, my situation is also somewhat complicated. I was raised in Charlayan, yes, but I was born rather further away. In the southern reaches of Ilzabard, in fact. Oh. For generations, my people have dwelt in Corvos, the coastal region opposite the island of Thavnair. No shit. The Alligans founded a city in that fertile land and by ship brought in the subjugated tribes of the Makote to serve as laborers. Of course, the massive earthquakes of the Fourth Umbral Calamity brought an end to the Empire's reign, and when the Fifth Calamity froze the seas solid, many of the tribes still living in Corvos braved the journey back to Eorzea. Well, Makote history! My ancestors, however, chose to remain, that they might prevent the remnants of Allagan technology from being misused. Isn't Corvos under Garlean rule? Listen to that fucking Crystal Tower theme right there. For the past 50 years, yes, some semblance of local culture remains, as is the case for most imperial provinces, but Garlemald renamed the region Locus Aminis. God, Garlemald had such shitty naming conventions. When I was a boy, a nearby town came under the jurisdiction of an illustrious imperial family, the nobles of House Darnus. Wait, that's Nail. The fucking moon crazy lady. House Darnus demonstrated a singular interest in Allagan civilization, and so my tribe was forced to consider a plan of action. For some time already, voices had been raised in favor of abandoning our ancient customs. After all, the Allagan Eye no longer passed to our eldest children as reliably as it once had. Fear of discovery eventually tipped the scales, and the decision was made to bury our ties to the knowledge and traditions of Allag. As the last child born of the Allagan Eye, I was given over to the custody of friends and the students of Valdesian, who had me registered as a Charlayan citizen. Backstory! I never even considered. Forgive me, it was an unkind question. Even Thancred was taken in by Archon Louisoix, was he not? Stories of adopted waifs and rescued orphans are more common amongst Charlayans than you might think. Yet regardless of our origins, we are all provided with an equal opportunity to learn, and with sufficient perspicacity, Archon, yes. This is exactly why I have such love for this country, and why I wish it to remain a nation of which its citizens can be proud. Here, here, another good reason to get to the bottom of the Forum's stubbornness, aside from the trifling matter of our impending doom. Excuse us while we try to make some headway into these books, Evangeline. More company should be arriving any moment now. Wait at the designated location and thrilling waiting action. We returned with our selections, although I must say the pickings were quite slim indeed. Mistress Kyle has already flicked through every history book devoted to disasters, and more than a few which barely made mention of them. As such, we will be looking to research papers on the umbral calamities, as well as articles written by prominent forum members. Perhaps their knowledge of the final days comes from an unexpected source. Speaking of which, might I ask you a few questions related to the final days? Oh boy. I'm the only one here who didn't witness the events of Amarot firsthand, and fear I may be overlooking critical details. I don't know shit. Now, where to begin? First things first, what kind of phenomena did the ancients encounter as the final days drew nigh? The sound! The sound! A complete the worst kind of bad phenomena. That's very helpful, Lieb. Thank you. A complete destabilization of creation magics. Yes, the unfolding catastrophe wrought havoc on all manner of life. The chaos extended to the ancients themselves, causing their powers of creation to spiral out of control. Fear and despair manifested in terrible, tangible fashion. Meteors raining from the sky, fire erupting from the ground, indescribable abominations prowling the streets. Cubus! That more or less aligns with my understanding. If only the arts of creation had survived until the present day, we might have had something substantial to analyze. To the best of our knowledge, however, those techniques were not preserved or passed on. Y'shtola surmises that the closest known magic is that of the summoning rituals promulgated by the Asians. Was there aught else of note which heralded the approach of the final days? The sound! Alphino, you can't answer this one. Yeah, that's you. Me? Well, as you wish. The Amaratines were debating the cause of an anomaly which had been observed in the lands across the sea. By this fact alone, we can deduce that the final days occurred not all at once with the world over, but rather had a point of origin from which it began to spread. Others also spoke of a keening sound rising from the land itself just before a region was visited by catastrophe. We never did hear this sound ourselves, of course, thrust as we were in the midst of the madness. So the ground was crying out, you say? To be considered as the harbinger of doom, it must have been quite distinctive, and probably quite loud. I'll have to speak with one of Numenon's mammoths and ask after any books which make mention of such a sound. Last but not least, would you describe how the ancients sought to quell this unprecedented calamity? What definitive action did they take? Oh boy. They summoned Hydaelyn. Oh, Zodiark. Okay, sorry, I don't know anything. Also, the sun just rose. We do not know exactly how Zodiark brought salvation to the star, only that by his godlike will were the laws of nature set aright. Then, once the balance was redressed, the ancients offered up a further sacrifice to heal the ravages of the final days. Life sprouted anew, and it was these fledgling souls that they intended to render onto Zodiark, a trade that would have allowed them to resurrect the shades of loved ones absorbed by the primal. Or might have, had Venat and her fellows not manifested their opposition in the form of Hydaelyn. She doesn't seem that shocked to learn that Heidelin is a primal. With all that freshly in mind, it does make me wonder what the TiraLyra truly mean when they speak of bringing back the final days. We've seen what they're doing with these towers of theirs, is forcing people to summon primals a kind of catalyst. Are they attempting to mirror the conditions caused by unstable creation magics? Or are they simply using the final days as a figure of speech, a convenient metaphor for the scale of destruction they plan to unleash? But this is all just pointless conjecture at this stage. Let us return our attention to the forum, shall we? We should keep an eye out for Y'shtola, but 'tis time we begin studying these research papers. Waited. Waiting action. Oh, this is the most thrilling waiting of all time. I'm the last, am I? Well, my extended search of the Archon stacks produced one or two possibly useful books, but I wouldn't get your hopes up. If you recall, Rianger learned of the source's reflections from the Garen oracles. For its potential to cause panic and confusion, that tome was deemed apocrypha and sealed away in the Great Gubal Library. It is even less likely that knowledge of the unsundered world, not to mention the horrors of the final days, would be left sitting on a shelf for any curious scholar to find. Then maybe we should go to Gubal? It stands to reason then that my colleagues, be they archons or counselors, should perforce be largely ignorant of the subject. Yet, when you confronted Master Fortunault with knowledge of the TiraLyra and their machinations, he scoffed at the suggestion that they posed a threat. He seemed adamant that the Forum would know if the final days were truly upon us, which only supports the conclusion that whatever privileged wisdom is guiding the Forum's behavior, it is being kept secret from the rest of the nation. And where would they be getting that knowledge? Not that I mean to excuse myself from reading duty. Whether they contain mention of the final days or no, these books could yet hold something of value. You weren't thinking of leaving, were you? There's plenty of work for everyone. What do you want her to do? She is not a fucking Archon. You labor for what feels like an age as Y'shtola's research assistant. Oh, am I done waiting? Is the waiting over? Hi, Y'shtola. Thank you for your help, but I think I can manage the rest without your assistance. If I were you, I'd steal a few quiet moments for myself. Oh dear, you look exhausted. But what about your studies? Were you able to find any books on the subjects I mentioned? And the day was well spent. Should you wish to read them again, a memo at the reference desk will point you in the right direction. For the moment, though, I suggest you take a well-deserved rest. We might be occupied with our research for quite some time. Let me put these new boots on. Here it is. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Oh no. Where's my fucking glam? There it is, okay. I think I might want to try this armor just a little while longer, so hang on. Oh. Unequip. Okay. Fly. Equip. There we go. I got my boots back. And now the customary removal of materia. I completely forget what the comfy GCD is, honestly. My skill speed is only at 705. That might be a problem, actually. I don't have skill speed on any of these pieces. I only have it on a few accessories. Jesus, I really need to pump up some skill speed. Do I have any here? Okay, I have a few skill speed. Yeah, I'm gonna pump up some skill speed. Let's see if that bought me a second off the GCD. Okay, 2 seconds. Now it's at 240. I think if I remember correctly, comfy GCD is like 236. If I remember correctly. Okay. My item level is slowly going up at least. A seat at the last stand. Ready for a tea break, Evangeline? I know I am. Honestly, my neck and shoulders are going to calcify if I don't stretch my legs and walk around a bit. You know the last stand down in the harbor, don't you? Come and meet me near the outside tables and I'll treat you to their coffee. It's quite good. I thought this was the tea break. Cafe date, let's go. It's time for a cute, comfy cafe cutscene. Isn't that right, Gerjo? Oh man, I love the shitty French Ellison names. They're so nonsensical. No one is named that. Get the fuck out of here with your Gerjo nonsense. I like this direction. We're just vibing? Yeah, we're vibing with books. Wait, hang on. What's this here? Diminutive gleaner. Oh, are you gleaning over here? Oh, we gleaning? You're in the business of gleaning? Huh. Guild ship hunt? Oh wait, is this Endwalker hunts? Oh, I better go unlock those actually. I'm gonna be doing those, absolutely. They're the best way to get materia crystals. Hello. Oh, I love her. Look at her, I love her. Hi, I'm Northota. Have you come to place a bounty on an unruly beast? By the scholar, you're Evangeline? I was half convinced I'd set the others an impossible task asking them to find you. The Gleaners Guild ship has been posting hunt bills, you see, in the hopes that capable individuals will take up arms to lighten our ever-increasing load. Unfortunately, capable individuals remain the sticking point. You hailing from our fair polis are willing to take up arms, let alone able to stand against the most fearsome specimens. You, however, have the experience and the grit that we need. When I heard that you had arrived on our shores, it was music to my ears. You needn't work for free, of course. We've done our research, and the rewards we offer are as fine as any you'll find abroad. The currency we employ is a relic of times when Gleaner was a great deal less figurative, so you might find it somewhat eccentric, but it's good as skill here. Speaking of eccentric, it must be noted that the majority of our clients are scholars. You probably won't have heard of half the creatures they send you after, but I find it's best not to worry about that overmuch. Play bees, collect samples, try not to think about the long-term effects of touching said samples, and get paid! Simple, no? I'm gonna get radiation poisoning. They're gonna give me radiation poisoning. Junior marks. Okay. Let's grab some. Mornvale Forest, Labyrinthos. I wonder if we're going there soon. Troll! Oh, I already accepted the stack, right? Yeah, okay. Achiali Crab. Southwind's Welcome, Thavnair. Labyrinthos, Thavnair. Garlemald. Oh, man. Okay, then. I got the hunts. We have yet to go out in the field for this expansion. It's been like a couple hours. They're taking their time with that for— oh my fucking god, that is cool. Those wings. Yeah. They're cool, whatever they are. As busy as ever, I see. How very Charlene that no other gourmet cafe has sprung up to compete for customers. Actually, this crowd gives me an idea. Before we place an order, why don't we ask a few questions and gauge the mood of the city? I'm interested to hear what the average citizen has to say about the Calafroy. Might even learn something new with a try, don't you think? Okay, Alize, let's go. I have to talk to people? Wait, why do you have a suspicious suitcase there? What is this shit? There's like a sniper rifle in there or some shit. What is it? Can a man not enjoy a moment of private respite? If you're looking to share a table, then I respectfully request that you look elsewhere. Okay, man. Pirandier. Misunderstand, sir. We are simply wondering if you knew of the Calafroy. These enemies of peace have promised an end to all we hold dear and... Wait, you're that house level girl, aren't you? Uh-oh. And this woman with you is obviously a foreigner. I heard you were disowned for helping outsiders indulge their barbaric whims, and here you are giving truth to the rumor. I'll thank you to leave me be. I've not to say to the likes of you. I must apologize. 'Twas foolish of me to expect an ounce of civility from one so enlightened. Come, Evangeline. Damn. Okay. Everyone in Charlene is a fucking dick. Everyone sucks. How about you, Hildois? Hildois? Are you a dick too? Yes, I don't believe I've had the pleasure. Pray excuse the interruption, but we're hoping you might share your thoughts on the Calafroy and their unconscionable plans. Oh, everyone knows her. I work in the offices of the Forum, and if word reached Master Fortunault that I was helping you... Wow! This guy just straight up blacklisted his kids! Just blacklisted his kids from the entire nation! Holy shit! I see. We're sorry to have bothered you. Oh, I gotta talk to Dick On? Holy shit. Alright. Dick On. Are you a dick? Dick On? Welcome, madam. What can I offer you today? Well, is she even not allowed to buy food? Far too long. Meet Dickon, the owner of The Last Stand. I used to frequent his cafe on occasion in between lessons at the studium. That seems like an age ago now. I remember hearing that you and Master Alphino had set sail for Eorzea, but then you never came back. Lately, there's been gossip about your father disowning the pair of you. Everything all right at home? No, there is no home. It's complicated, and I haven't expected complete strangers to be so familiar of our situation quite so quickly. Everyone has an opinion, it seems. Well, it is House Lavalier. No matter how discreet Master Fortunault may have been, news of your family's doings never stay secret for long. Things being what they are, what brings you back to the city now of all times? We have questions, and only Charlene has the answers. Tell me, Master Dickon, have you heard anything about an apocalypse called the Final Days? What, like the end of the world? Nothing like that, I'm afraid. That's what you're here to find? Information on this apocalypse? Yes, whatever we can learn. Unfortunately, your patrons appear to be unwilling to speak to me. I wish there was more I could do to help. But maybe there is. You're a visitor to Charlene, aren't you? Then few will know your face. We should be able to pass you off as a server, none the wiser. We just finished preparing a few orders. Strike up some friendly conversation while you're setting down the food, and you might just get the answers you're looking for. Not a bad idea. I hate to ask, but what do you think? Do I gotta wear an outfit? No, of course, the server is wearing full plate armor. This makes sense. The tea set is for the chatty group sitting by the water's edge. The omelet is for one of our regulars, a Highlander by the name of Gisla. She's sitting at an outside table of a friend of hers. Behind them, you should see a Makote gentleman. He ordered the oven-baked lobster. Oh, God. Well, I know already that lobster goes to Makote. That's the chatty group right there. Oh, God. Hermanjart. Wonderful. Hang on, let me read all that again. Oh, it's happening. Beth is also playing, and Graha is miles in the air. T-Set goes to the group by the water. Okay. T-Set. Group by the water. Yeah, that's by the water. Lovely, thank you. The Tilafa who? I'm sorry, I've never heard of them or their final days. My friends and I are somewhat uninformed when it comes to current events. Now, if you wanted to hear about ritual arcane practices of the Sixth Astral Era, common or esoteric, then I'd be happy to talk your ear off. Oh, it's just literally just in order, huh? Wow, what is... Why is there, like, this fucking massive, like, appetizer suitcase here? How are things served here? Wait, hang on. Screenshot from Beth. Catboy space program! Oh, he's trying to be the first one to the moon. He's trying to be the first one to the moon. He's trying to sequence break. Raha, you can't sequence break. You're an NPC. Get down from there. You're not going to the moon. Fuck you. Someone tie a weight to these Catboys. Omelet. Ah, finally. 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's dig in. No time to waste. Oh, I like Gizla. What? The Talafaroi? Oh, yes. I remember seeing the name in the latest Gazette. That and some grand claim about the end of days. Some old senseless warmongering. When will these fools grow tired of spilling each other's blood? Best stay out of it, I say. The Forum made the right choice, and I fully support our decision to remain neutral. So everyone just doesn't place any stock in it. Yeah. Look how cute she is. I love her. I love her. She's tall, too. Well, I mean, you know, Eva's already very short. Eva's like 4'11". Me too, Tia. I love urbane banter with a smile. Here, have some oven-baked lobster. At last, the oven-baked lobster is mine! You have no idea how long I've scrimped and saved and suffered to afford this heavenly dish. The final days? This is the first I've heard of it. Although that would explain why my friend has been brushed off his feet. It would be a busy time to be a gleaner. Oh, the hunters. You don't know what a gleaner is? They're collectors of a sort. Travel the world procuring things that we haven't got here in Chalayan. Priceless books, unusual live specimens, and so forth. So named for those folk who trail after the reapers in the fields, picking up every grain which was missed. Aye, by all accounts, gleaning is a most meticulous and demanding profession. If those Talafaroi make good on their audacious threats, then many uncatalogued rarities could be lost forever. Why else would the gleaners be buzzing about in such a frenzy? Watch the harbor and you'll see what I mean. They're carting loads in from the docks all day. It's never been this hectic before, not like this. Aha! And they were carting some crystals, weren't they? What kind of evil shit? Horrible things. Absolute felonies. Any trouble with the customers? Were you able to get anyone talking? They're committing felonies down there, Alizé. Interesting. They seem unaware of the final days, aside from whatever vague news the gazettes are printing. Even Dickon had nothing to offer, and he's the best source of gossip in the city. If the Forum does have secret knowledge, then they've done an impressive job in ensuring that no one whispers it in the wrong ear. In any case, thank you for playing the part so well. Here, that cup of coffee I promised. Do I actually get coffee? Please, but let's enjoy our drink somewhere else, shall we? Maybe behind the peristyle, away from the gossips and their wagging tongues. Oh, where would that be? Over there, okay. Well, the gleaners are, in fact, right here, so this is pretty much the perfect place. You want to drink coffee here? This place sucks. Yes, this should do nicely. Out of the wind and out of sight. Oh, God, the music. I love it. Man, I love Charlotte and Starbucks.
I couldn't believe what I was hearing.
Eve, drink your fucking coffee.
It wasn't until much later that his words began to sink in, that I began to feel the weight of what it meant. Do you remember when the decision was made to come to Charlian?
That was months ago.
Graham said that the Forum was determined to keep us in the dark, and that Father's venomous performance was part of that strategy, to keep us at arm's length. Perhaps it was. Father argued with Grandfather on many occasions, but never with such dismissive contempt. And when he demanded what justifies the sacrifices we make in war, I honestly didn't know what to say.
Everyone not dying in the apocalypse? That kind of justifies it? Everyone not fucking dying?
Neither did Alpha know, I know, but never for one moment did I believe we had made the wrong choice. So all I could do was fume silently. It was only afterwards that I realized how childish I had been. How being stubborn and self-righteous must run in the family. If I could have just mustered a civil response, then things might have turned out differently.
Probably not. Oh, they're doing suspicious things there. Oh, they're being sus down there. Oh, they're being super sus down there.
They must be ferrying goods to Labyrinthos.
Oh. Okay, Labyrinthos is just common knowledge then. I thought it was like some super secret thing. The fuck is a Labyrinthos?
A vast complex beneath the island. Charlian is famous for archiving knowledge from around the world. Well, that knowledge is not preserved exclusively in dusty tomes and desiccated samples. Our living library, comprised of all manner of flora and fauna, is housed and studied within that underground facility.
Oh, do you think they'll be mad if I go down there and kill things?
Still, that did seem to be
an unusually
large shipment. When I lived here, it was rare to even see such cargo transported by boat. Wait! Didn't you hear something in the last stand about the gleaners coming and going more than usual?
Yeah.
Well, I think they're the ones we saw manning those boats. And gleaners answer to the Forum.
Let's go
if the
there.
appearance of the Telophoroi prompted this sudden burst of activity, then Labyrinthos may hold a clue as to what the Forum is planning.
Do they just have like an underground bunker? Are we gonna go swim in there? I really hope I won't have to grind for levels too much. A labyrinthine descent. We should tell the others what we've learned about the Gleaners. Go on ahead to Numenon, and I'll join you in a moment. Master Dickon will want his cups back. Where is that? Here, let's go ahead and let's use the Ethernet to the studio. Yeah. I really like the Ethernet map. Here, let's take a peek in here, actually. What's going on in here? Good screenshot, Beth. Good content. Something going in? Wait a second, is this gonna be the Tombstone City, actually? You know, it might be. I didn't actually see any market boards. Usually the one without the market boards is... Oh no, there's the market board. Is there literally just one market board? Weird. Why is there just one market board? In the Crystarium, there were like 5. Oh wow, that crowd just started talking very quickly. Welcome back, Evangeline. Been for a walk and cleared your head, have you? We have learned crucial information. Not exactly. We did some impromptu investigating and turned up information on the Gleaners. Cat wants attention. It makes sense. The Gleaners take the request directly from institutions and bureaucrats, but as you say, they ultimately answer to the Forum. A sudden and significant increase in Gleaner traffic and in cargo certainly gives the impression of an overarching plan to being put into motion. Let us see what theory we can build from the facts. As Ystrola observed earlier, Numenons in our archives appear to contain no information concerning the final days. Coupled with what Evangeline and Alize learned at the Last Stand, we can be reasonably sure that most Charlayans know nothing of that particular period of ancient history. Yet my father and his colleagues are not only familiar with the final days, but are also somehow certain that the destruction being perpetuated by the Telophoroi is wholly unlike these apocalyptic events. Moreover, the Forum claims to be so occupied by a duty of such pressing importance that they saw fit to unanimously deny Eorzea's request for aid. And now the Gleaners, official agents of the state, have been mobilized on an unprecedented scale. I do not think it is a stretch to conclude that the Gleaners' recent activities are in service of the Forum's secretive ends. Building an underground bunker. In which case, our next course of action seems obvious. We visit Labyrinthos and assess the situation for ourselves, and if we're lucky, the Gleaners will be far more receptive to our questions. Anything would be better than burying my head in another dusty book. I understand not everyone is the studious type. Consider this a welcome change of pace, then. I'm not the studious type. I'm the greatsword type. Do I look like I have a scholar job staying on right now? As for myself, there are a few more subjects I would like to research. I may join you later, but feel free to leave behind your borrowed books and be on your way. I'll see to it that each is returned to its proper place. That would be a great help. Thank you, Raha. Let's head down the stairs over there, and I'll show you where the entrance is. Okay, so just anyone can just walk into the bunker. Cool, 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 cool. Hello, Alize. Oh, nice hair. Nice Joker hair. I love this guy with the Joker hair. Ready? Labyrinthos is not too far from here, but you may find the path a bit disorienting. I'll take the lead, so stay close. Oh, now I am a party member. That's a brisk walk? This is not brisk. What do you mean brisk walk? This isn't brisk at all. How do I walk? How do I walk slowly? I'm still faster than her. Your brisk walk sucks. You have the brisk walk of a grandma. Now we run. Try to keep. Oh, okay, there. Okay, thank you. Fucking hell. This is a lot more brisk. Thank you. I like that there's a lot more like interaction between the scions and the world in this X pack. This is really nice. I like this. Up here? Okay. Where's Labyrinthos? The rostra, not far now. Did you have to stop to say that? Those people back there are also following LSA. Those people are just slightly ahead of me. Here we are, through this door and down the stairs. You did remember to attune to the shard back there, didn't you? It'll make your life much easier if you need to come back in a hurry. Otherwise, we should keep moving. Hang on, I kind of wanted to take a look inside the rostra. Let me look at that. Oh, I think that hallway connects them, actually. I took the long way. Oh well. This feels like when I was a freshman at my university and I kind of just wanted to explore all of the buildings. Oh god, this is bringing back a lot of memories. None of the rooms were ever this circular, but still, like, the desks all lined up like this. I'm getting so many memories of college from walking around in Charlayan. It's kind of crazy. Alright. Down to Labyrinthos. This is where my Orgo exam is. I gotta go take my organic chemistry exam down in Labyrinthos. For my Orgo exam, I gotta fucking, hunt. I gotta hunt. I gotta monster hunt. Nice, not suspicious elevators at all. Trillinae. We're all here now, yes? I've taken the liberty of securing permission for our group's descent. Right, everyone onto the lift and down we go. Oh.
Deep beneath the scholar's city shines a false sun within a fabricated
Emmett,
star.
I don't need you to tell me about this. Let Alizé tell me.
In any age exist those who consider the floor an extension of their bookshelves. And this vault's architects surely belonged to that
The
special
music,
breed.
though. Everything's like clockwork.
Start a new one. If no room remains, then make more rooms. A simple solution at first, and then bit by bit, a profound transformation.
This place is really cool. I'm gonna really like this
Buried
place.
Beneath knowledge, a growing, creeping labyrinth from which there is no escape.
The windmills. Labyrinthos. I like the weird music in the background.
Not what you expected. I must admit, the artifice is very convincing.
Seriously, what is the level of technology in this world?
But I assure you that we are beneath Charlayan itself. The breeze you feel, the flowing waters you hear, all created by the hand of man.
The island is volcanic, you see. And once upon a time, this great hollow must have been a reservoir for magma.
Oh, cat has appeared on my desk. Hi. Species come for pets.
It was discovered some 400 years ago, at which point it was repurposed as a storage facility for scrolls and
He is
samples
being a
and
little
such.
baby asking for pets.
Renovations have continued, with nigh on no interruption to this day, with the lower levels still undergoing expansion.
I bet the real fucked up shit is there.
Aren't those people gleaners?
I kind of like their outfit. That coat they're wearing? I wonder what that is.
Aye, judging by their dress. They are said to work alone as a rule, but 'twould seem that rule is being enthusiastically broken today. It may be as you suspected, that they are engaged in a task apart from the norm.
Evil tasks?
Let's spread out and get some answers then.
Maybe kill a few things.
Ugh.
Oh, echo time? What was that?
Did you call to me just now?
Did you hear Heidelin?
No. How odd. I must be a bit dizzy from the descent.
Trial, what the fuck was that?
I'll be fine, I'm sure. Let's get to work, shall we?
I love how we still have yet to tell anyone that we had a chat with a fucking mother crystal on the boat. We're just keeping that to ourselves. Oh, the music though! The Archaon Charlean Hamlet. This is the nighttime music, isn't it? Oh, they turned the sun off and everything! Wow! I really like this place. Oh look, Bunny Boy! You're here to help or give me more headaches? Because you don't have the look of a gleaner, and I'm in no mood for idle chatter. One of my colleagues was so excited he took exhausted, he took a tumble and crashed into a pile of crates. Now I have a pack of marmots running loose. Exhausted gleaners. Yeah. Let me think. The rare seed should be item 1058, cumin seeds 1059, snurbbleberry 1060, or were they 1061? Snurbbleberry? Ah, my head feels like it's stuffed with mako grass. Why more loads to take out than carry in? Why do all this at once and risk mixing it up? What if someone mistakes the Kurthan carrots from the Garabanian carrots? What then? Large shipments coming in and out. Coming out of Labyrinthos as well. That's interesting. How is the moon? I think we're still far from the moon, Marcy. But we're gonna get to the moon. Right now we're in an underground bunker. You want to know what I'm doing? Hauling books and ore and fauna. If it needs hauling, I haul it. Every decade or so, they take stock in Labyrinthos. You know, sort and tidy up the inventory. Never seen an operation like this before, though. They just did one a few summers ago, even. Then, with no warning at all, this mess gets dropped on our laps. Orders from on high. Damned if I know the reason. Could be they're changing the layout, eh? Preparing for the next big expansion. Big expansion. Preparing for Endwalker. Final Fantasy FFXIV Endwalker TM. Marcy, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. I hope you have a good day at work today. Any luck, Evangeline? What tales did the Gleaners have to tell? They had this. Have this paper. So this grand operation began without warning. For every item they bring in, they're sending more inventory somewhere else. That would explain the haggard faces I've been seeing. We were right. The Forum is definitely up to something, and they're turning Labyrinthos upside down in the process. Oh, I can use the Ethernet to come to Labyrinthos. That's nice. I wonder what the teleport menu looks like. Ilzabard. Oh, oh boy. Where is Charlene, I wonder? Really? It's in others? They dumped Charlene in others? Interesting. We would do well to learn more of what specifically the Gleaners are being tasked to do, as well as who has tasked them to do it. Your game, Evangeline, I have an idea. Didn't one of the Gleaners you questioned say something about escaped marmots? Perhaps if you were to help him capture said creatures, you might be inclined towards a more friendly and enlightening conversation. In the meantime, I will turn my charms upon this Gleaner here. We can compare notes afterwards. Happy hunting. Violence. What the fuck is that mount? That's all the dragons, isn't it? Wow, that's awesome. Okay, let us take a note at the stack of bills. Ether Compass. Oh, Ether Compass has been killed! Alright. Mornvale Forest, so a troll. Genomos. Genova? The medial circuit. Okay. Alright, so I have 2 hunts. 1 troll and 2 Genomos. Okay. Speak of Aaron. Oh, your appointment is your appointment not happening today, Dahlia? Well, I guess that's fine. Oh, what is going on over there? Oh, that's a barding. Okay. You wish to help me find the marmots? I've nothing suitable to pay you for your services, but if you're offering out of the goodness of your heart, I'd welcome the assistance. The name is Arenville, friend, specialist in the collection of live specimens. That said, the capture of these Noxian marmots is a trial I've no desire to repeat. Grizzled mice, they call them. For a mercy, there are no other marmot species on this tier at present, so there should be no mistaking our little fugitives. If you happen to catch any, stuff them in this sack. Gently, of course. Where to begin, you wonder? I've not seen any scampering around here, so we'll need to widen our search into the surrounding forest. Be on your guard. There are beasts out there that won't hesitate to prey on a marmot or you. It's okay. I can kill. So I guess I'm going this way. Alright, time to explore, finally. Probably. I gotta keep an eye out for ether currents too. Oh, I see one all the way in— no, that's not an ether current, that's just a light. Okay. I don't see any anywhere. Oh, troll. Hello, troll. I'd like to murder you. Time to remember how to play Dark Knight. I think I got it. Oh, whoops. Good. Alright, bye, Esteem. See you later! Hey, buddy. Nice fight you're having here. Sorry to drop in. Hunting coyote. It's a shitty coyote. Oh, okay. Oh, that's not mine. There we go. Get in the bag. No, no, get in the bag. Hey, is that the Hun? Hang on. Wait, no, that's another troll, isn't it? Okay, never mind. Doesn't look very trollish. It kind of just looks like a Muppet. I'm here for the violence. Yes, hello. The music just stopped for just a second. Get out of here. Oh, nope. There you go. Take aggro for your own thing. Rat sack. Get in the rat sack. It didn't get... Oh, what? Why am I getting aggro? Please! Alright, time to fail at the rat sack again. Oh, there's a lot going on. I've yet to see any ether currents. No! No! That's a cactar up there. Oh, did it go up the slope? Okay. I feel like they reduced the leash range on these Muppets. On enemies, rather. And I'm happy for that. Hello, is there a rat up here? There you are. Look how grizzled the mouse is. Sure. Get in the bag, get in the rat sack. There we go. Oh, there's an ether current. Let me just swoosh on past here and grab this. Thank you. There you go. I don't suppose there's anything else. I'm gonna go grab this ether right over here. Oh, I'm not high enough level. I really like this place. Outer circuit. Oh, there's an XP bonus on that one. Hang on, if I make it there in time, I'd like to hit that fate. There we go. I'll probably make it there in time. Let's go. I'm just taking in the vibe here. This is good. Oh, fate's done. Well, shit. God damn it. Oh, holy shit, level 88? Oh, no, no. That's a bit too much. That's a little bit too much. I don't think I can take that one on, unfortunately. I'm gonna grab this part of the map right here. Oh, there's a cutscene here. There we go. Okay. No ether current here? No. Okay. There's no quick way back up here, huh? Nothing to teleport up here. Do not aggro on me. I am just rolling around on my frog robot. Just trying to find my way. So is there any reason why this academic facility is full of things that want to kill you? This doesn't really make the most sense right now. Medial circuit. That's where my other hunt is. I'm gonna have to find it eventually. Keep going with the quest first. Level 88, Jesus. Yeah, we're gonna be coming back here much later. Hey, that's a Rathalos! How did you fare? I tracked down 3 of the pack, which leaves 1 unaccounted for. Here, have this rat sack. Ah, there's the odd marmot out. Wait here a moment while I put our friends in a holding cage. Speak to me, bunny boy. What manner of things have you seen? The good thing we were able to recapture them so swiftly. You have my thanks. Who tasked you to capture them in the first place? Cloudy. Why the authority in charge of Labyrinthos, now and in perpetuity? The same officials who have had us working day and night of late. The honorable members of the Forum. Who else? Suitable for consumption and easy to breed. Those were the 2 conditions I was given for the stock I was instructed to procure. I don't know what the Forum has planned for these creatures, but at the very least, I doubt they'll be served for dinner today or tomorrow. They're so small. There you are, Evangeline. Is this the gleaner you mentioned? The one who was looking for lost marmots? Interesting company you keep, friend. Who are you folk, anyway? I am Kryl, the students of Baldessian. These others are my associates. Truth be told, the Forum's decisions of late have not sat entirely well with us. That is why we made the descent into Labyrinthos. We hoped that by seeing these decisions put into action, we might more fully understand their reasoning. Wise and practical. Never hurts to try and gain a broader perspective, does it? Anyway, duty calls. Other animals to capture and enclosures to empty. Once again, I'm sorry that I can't offer you more for your services. So they are actually kind of like building a bunker, aren't they? They're like trying to get a food source. Did you learn anything new from your friend there? So we've confirmed that the order for this ambitious operation did indeed come directly from the Forum. However, the Gleaners have not been informed of its purpose. I'd say that fits with everything we've heard thus far. We've also discovered when the operation was begun. The Forum contacted the Gleaners Guild ship and put their people to this great work some 4 days after the TiraLyra made their chilling declaration. As seasoned travelers, the Gleaners keep abreast of news from every corner of the world out of necessity. Thus am I inclined to trust that their calendar of events is accurate. Altogether, it gives the distinct impression that this undertaking was a sudden and unexpected development. Yet I find it hard to believe that such a comprehensive restructuring of Labyrinthos and its archives could have been planned in so brief a window. Nay, this plan was long in the making. They were but awaiting the right time to put it into effect. This is suspicious. And the TiraLyra's declaration was what set it all in motion? It seems likely, but let us not leap to conclusions just yet. For the moment, I suggest we conduct a wider investigation of Labyrinthos. The more facilities we visit, the more pieces of the puzzle we start to find. In that case, how about we head to the Archaean? From there we can reach the lower... Oh. Hey, are you getting called to the first? Are we throwing wide the gates? I'm fine, truly. The sudden descent has left me with a bit of a headache, that's all. Nothing that will stop me from soldering on. Let's be about it then. At least allow me to take the lead. I'm fairly certain I remember the way to the Archaean. We followed the path east through the forest where you were chasing after that mouse. Or marmot, was it? Anyway, 'tis the trolls you need to watch out for. What is happening to Cryle? What are we doing to Cryle? All I know about Cryle is that she... Oh, there goes Constantine. All I know about Cryle is that she definitely also has the echo. And that her echo was used as the basis for Xenos' resonance. Which makes me go... Oh, I can't just jump down here. Fuck you. I guess I have to go this way over here. Ooh, that's Eden. It's such a cool mount. I'm kind of underwhelming in comparison. Dead troll. Let's see, what other mounts do I have? I feel like it. You know, Altoroid is a good one. I think it might be one of my favorites. Cruise Chaser is just kind of just way too big. Let's go with Altoroid. I like the big spinny dragon more, I think. Behold the Archaean. As Numenon serves as Charlayan's literary archive, so does this structure house the city's wealth of material data. The architecture, too, is similar. This building you see is merely the upper entrance, access point to the vaults carved into the cliffside itself. Within those vast rooms are stored countless samples and specimens, as well as the detailed records which describe them. In a manner of speaking, the Archaean contains a physical history of Charlayan's unwavering dedication to the accumulation of knowledge. Can I level up yet? Oh, I get a hat. Well, we won't learn anything of value standing out here. Let's proceed into the main building and speak with the custodian. Deeper into the maze. This architecture is so interesting to me. I really like this place. Can we go in here? Greetings, we are here to peruse the Archaean's vaults. Peruse? You are clearly not gleaners then. Might I ask your affiliation? We belong to the students of Baldesion, but is that relevant? I was given to believe that the vaults, those open to the public at least, were open to the public. Ordinarily, yes, that would be the case. At present, however, access is restricted. Only persons directly involved in the reorganization of efforts are permitted to enter. That's suspicious. Not us then. I suppose we had better move along to another facility. This building has a lift which connects to the middle tier, yes? Might we at least make use of that? Oh? That service has also been suspended, I am afraid. For the time being, priority has been given over to the conveyance of inventory. What? So this is as far as we can go? I apologize for the inconvenience. Please come again after our restructuring operation is concluded. After the world has fucking ended. By that time, it will be too late, and we're so close to getting answers. We need to rethink our approach. Let us step outside for the moment, shall we? Oh, big sus. That guy's evil. Labyrinthos is constructed in the shape of a mortar. The upper layer is called the outer circuit, and the medial circuit lies one tier below us. They're going to close off facilities, and they ought to announce it. The students must be furious. The foreign must be wary of The foreign must be wary of exposure indeed to so heavily restrict the use of public institutions. Or at least just to us. We are at an impasse. As we have no other leads, I should like to pursue this one further. But I doubt that our stone-faced custodian will be swayed by a heartfelt pleas. We must seek another means to access the lower levels. It is likely that the people in this area are involved in the restructuring in one way or another. If we were to ingratiate ourselves, they might allow us to accompany them on the lift. Let us ask around. Surely someone is in need of a few strong backs to lighten the load. I would do terribly in this scenario because there's a lot of tasks that involves talking to strangers. The world would just immediately end because of my social anxiety. Isn't that right, Shushu Tabi? Oh. Am I taking the lift? Oh no, we're just students. They won't let us into the Archaean, even though we found... Actually, we have no idea what it is we found. There's no record of such a creature anywhere, but it was wandering around Tranquility, and so we thought to donate it to the vault's Tranquility. Oh. What the fuck? Oddest little squeal, don't you think? Anyway, I suppose we'll have to take care of it until the Archaean is open again. What's in this thing? Nothing. There's nothing in here. It's empty. I'm distrustful of all these fucking crystals sitting around. Who else can I talk to? There we go. Bone-weary worker. What's that? Take you down on the lift with me? Sorry, but not a chance. I've been up and down all day, and only now have I found a spare moment to rest. I did see a gleaner fellow heading out that gate there, though. Shouldering a large pack, engaged in some manner of task. Maybe he'll be headed down below after he's done with whatever it is he's doing. How the fuck do I get up here? Oh. I don't need to. I just need to get down here. So, hang on. The ether compass is in collections now? Where is that again? There it is. Quiet, you'll frighten it away. Oh, it's you again. Ah, it's you again. I don't mean to be rude, but I'm in the middle of another task. The cloudkin I need to capture is close, very close. You wish to help me with this too? You spend your time in unusual ways, my friend. Still, 2 hunters are generally better than 1. Very well. The canal here is a common gathering spot for birds of all kinds, but the one I'm after today is the hornbill. Its feathers are green and its cry a distinctive caw. A caw! Single it out and shoot it with his sleeping dart. Shoot it with his gun. Hands you a Glock. The effects are short-lived, so I'll lie in wait down the riverbank to claim her quarry. Be sure to hit the right one. Yeah? Oh my fucking... Beth just showed me a screenshot that someone posted on one of her Discord servers where they're in the login queue and they're 11,657. Ooh. 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 Hmm. This one is cawing and is green. I think it's this one. Come on. Cha! I missed. Cha! Yeah! Final Fantasy XIV is the most difficult first-person shooter. Sorry, man. I kind of darted it in the artery.
A fair shot.
He's so pretty.
Nicely done. Let me truss this one up, and I'll make my way over to you.
Yes. What's up with these bunny boys being so pretty?
There you are. Any new revelations?
That I'm a terrible shot.
So you met with that gleaner again, this time to capture a hornbill. I understand catching and bringing in creatures from the outside, but what's the point of chasing after ones already here?
Oh, it's a simple thing, really. Occasionally, we remove specimens no longer needed for study, or those we've had difficulty raising. But we can't simply turn them loose.
I love his accent!
Safely returning such creatures to their native habitats is another facet of a cleaner's duties.
I love this guy!
But not in this case, I'm afraid. I've been asked to bring the bird below.
To hell! Bring the bird to hell!
The restricted section in the lower levels of Labyrinthos. Open only to a select few researchers handpicked by the Forum. The projects down there are the subject of rumor and hearsay. Forbidden magics. Advanced technologies that can never be allowed to fall into outside hands. Even Archons are not privy to the truth.
Oh, okay, that's really suspicious.
Those who are, the researchers involved in this secretive work, are not permitted to walk freely in the city, and are instead required to live in isolated quarters.
Are you fucking kidding me?
What could a facility subject to such
If you
strict
learn about
security
cool
protocols
things, you're
possibly
never
need with a
allowed to go
hornbill?
outside ever again.
An experiment?
Possibly. I wasn't afforded an explanation. But judging by the requisition list given to me and my colleagues, I doubt it's for any kind of advanced research.
They just wanted bird.
I'd be more inclined to believe we were making preparations to migrate to the south. Mericidia or thereabouts.
What? Why would you say that?
Much of the flora and fauna we were asked to procure could serve as reliable sources of sustenance.
I'm telling you, they're building a bunker
They're
here.
comparatively hardy species too, able to endure harsh climates.
They just want to survive after
Among
the
them are
final days. They
specimens
don't
known
care
to be
about
effective
stopping
in
it.
improving soil quality and purifying water.
When you put it that way, migration does sound like a reasonable assumption.
That's all it is, though. An assumption. Through our tasks, we gleaners glimpse only bits and pieces of the Forum's plans. Our prime concern is that our requisitions, be they living or otherwise, are properly preserved for the knowledge of future generations. Now, I really must be going. I regret that I cannot reward you as you deserve.
Thank you for information.
Perhaps you might reward us after a fashion then. It is imperative that we reach the lower levels. And seeing as you are already set to descend with your assigned cargo, mayhap we could accompany you as your assistants.
Are they making an arc? Ooh.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. Once the animals have been prepared for transport, we send them down separately via the lift. I will of course follow after to make my report, but I can hardly pass you off as porters when there's nothing left to carry.
Indeed. Pray forget I said anything.
Put us in the box. Put us in the box.
How do you feel about climbing? If you've strength and the courage to brave it, then there is another way down. This path leads to the 33rd facet, a mine shaft excavated during one of our expansions of Labyrinthos.
Found it.
While I cannot guarantee that the passage is safe to traverse, it should provide access to the medial circuit below.
I never even knew such a place existed. Thank you. This is the perfect solution.
Are you up for climbing, Kryl?
You're quite welcome, but consider yourselves warned. If the going proves too treacherous, you do well to turn back. I bid you good day.
And try not to die. Wow, this guy is just playing Death Stranding. He's even got the boots on his backpack. He even talked about porters. This guy's just playing Death Stranding. We're playing Endwalker, and that guy's playing Death Stranding. Bunny Norman Reedus. Benui.